Good morning, students. Now, after studying the different type of economics and economy in the introductory chapter, we have to study about the possibility curve, production possibility curve, or we can say it as production possibility line, or we can also say that production possibility frontier or transformation curve. These are the three names of the production possibility curve here. I hope it has been very clear to you. Now, why we are studying this? What is the reason behind studying the production possibility curve here? Production possibility curve is studied so that we can in an economy we can analyze that with the given resources and technologies which we are having, how much we can produce. See, if we are having 1 acres of land, with that 1 acres of land, how much can we produce? Two commodities like wheat, one wheat, and second is pulses, if we are talking about that. So with the given resources, and technology, how can we produce two commodities? So that is the reason why we are talking about production possibility curve here. First of all, we have to understand the meaning of the production possibility curve. What is production possibility curve we are showing? Production possibility curve is showing what? All the possible combination of what? Two goods which an economy is producing, or which an economy has to produce or can produce with full and efficient use whatever resources and technology available to them. With that, how they can efficiently use and do the production of two commodity. So we can say that production possibility curve, what is it showing? Is showing all the possible combination of two goods into an economy. Two goods which an economy can produce with what? With full and efficient use of given resources, whatever resources they are having and whatever available technologies they are having. With that, how much they are producing, that curve is showing production possibilities. I hope it has been clear. See, some of the assumptions are there in this production possibility curve. What are the assumptions of production possibility curve here? First assumption is the resources are given and remain fixed. Whatever resources we are having, they are totally fixed. They are given, they are having some resources and they are fixed here. The technology which they are having, for example, in 1 acres of land, they are having one tractor or some equipments. That technology is constant here. The resources are fully and efficiently utilized. Whatever resources are there, or resources or technologies are there, they are utilizing both of them into the best possible way. And last, the resources are not equally efficient in producing all the goods. They are not producing all the goods, but what they have to do, in order to increase the production of one good, they have to sacrifice the production of the second good. Is it clear? That whatever goods they are having, if they are finding that, for example, wheat and guns, see, these are the possible combinations, and a person an economy is producing wheat also and guns also. Okay, is it clear? So if the country is saying that yes, the production of wheat is more beneficial and the production of guns is not so, what they will be doing? They will increasing the production of wheat here and decreasing the production of guns. So in order to produce 1 unit of wheat, they have to sacrifice 1 unit of gun. I hope it has been clear. This is now, there is a diagram also, and this diagram is showing that how this production possibility curve is being visualized in the way of graphical presentations. Fine, this is a graph and this is the y-axis, as you all know, and this is the x-axis. All of you has done this statistic, a small amount of statistics in your previous classes. So this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. Okay, here on the x-axis they are showing the production of wheat, and here on the y-axis they are showing the production of guns. I hope it is being clear. Wheat and gun. Fine. In order to produce 10 units, when the 10 units of gun is being produced here, then the production of wheat is 0. Then what they thought, that production of wheat is more beneficial, so they increase the production of wheat for 1 unit, and in order to increase the production here they have to decrease the production of gun. Same in the case, more extra unit of production of wheat, they have to decrease the production, and this will happen like this. And there is a concave curve here, and this curve is known as production possibility curve. And these points, the meeting points of x and y axis on the production possibility frontier, they are the combination of two goods which a economy can produce with the given resources and the given technology, and they are efficiently utilized here. Beyond they cannot go, because the technologies are given and the resources are given. We are not increasing the technology or increasing the resources or decreasing them. So this is the best possible combination which can be produced with that, and this is shown by production possibility curve here. I hope it has been very clear to you. Now this is the possible combination. Now we have to indicate that also what happens if we are not able to utilize the resources properly. For example, 1 acre of land is there. Out of that 1 acre, only 80% land we are utilizing, and rest 20% is not being utilized in the optimized manner. So at that situation, what will be the case here? That we are going to study right now. See, indication of the points below the PPC. Fine. This is the best possible production criteria with the use of given resources and technology. Fine. So here the full employment and resources efficient technologies are used. But if we are not using those technologies and resources into a proper manner, what is happening here? Here the production is here K and S, which is an underutilization of whatever resources we have done. For example, 80% land we have utilized and 20% land is not being utilized. So that is the reason why the production has come down, and this is the underutilization of resources here. But when a point is marked outside here, this is an unattainable combination. Combination because the resources are given. We cannot increase the resources or decrease the resources. Fine. So we cannot attain that, because already with the given resources and the optimum utilization we have done on this production possibility curve. I hope it has been very clear to you. Fine. Now, the first situation we will be discussing, when the economy is producing PPC, every point like A, B, C is shown. What is these every A, B, C and D? What is these points showing E? These are showing that full utilization is done, full employment is done of the resources. Second, efficient utilization of resources is done. Efficient technologies are used in the production. This is the first situation which we have studied here. I hope it is being very clear to you. Now the second situation, what is the second situation? It is saying when an economy is operating below the or inside the PPC, that is K and S, between K and S, then what will be the condition here? Underutilization of resources is there. For example, unemployment is there, labor strikes, labor problem, unemployment, labor, partial use of resources like machines or land. We are not using the machines properly, we are not having the labors, or any problem can be there due to which underutilization is there of resources, due to which the point is coming inside. Second is inefficient resources we are having, inefficiency in the economy, or technologies is obsolete. Obsolete means old, which is not new or not proper, that is inefficient technology. So the condition is here like this. And the third is the unattainable combination, which we have already discussed. I hope this is very much clear to you all.